Welcome to another episode of I Shake My Head with Lisa and Sam, aka Judgy Lisa and Pick Apart Sam.
Totally pick apart Sam. Totally pick apart Sam.
Totally Judgy Lisa.
Are you
okay?
serious? You really think that what?
Yes, what?
Really?
You put on your judgment pants every day and you go out
choose-
to the world and you say, what the hell are you doing? And
What the
you
hell
judge.
are you doing?
You judge everybody. You judge your hot chocolate. You judge
Samantha.
the people eating food that you think is not seasonally appropriate.
Oh.
Yes. Don't.
Here's my question, friends of the podcast. Hello to you all, friends of the podcast. Here's my question to you, friends of the podcast. Lend me your ear. If I'm so judgy, okay, is there a difference between, are you really judging if you don't verbalize said judgment?
Yes, because you're still judging.
My mother used to say they can't kill you for what you think.
I know.
Right? So that's in my blood. That goes two things in my blood from my mother. Number one, they can't kill you for what you think, dear. Okay. Number two, either, what was it? Dazzle them with your brilliance or baffle them with your bullshit.
Yes.
Right? That's how Lisa Gibson gets through life. Right? I'm either dazzling you with my brilliance or baffling you with my bullshit.
I would
And
say
it's probably
the latter.
It probably is the latter more than right. Let's just be honest here. I'm just saying, maybe judging. I don't know. I don't know if you can say that I'm judging, because how do you know? You know because you know me.
Oh my God, I know.
How do you know?
All the time.
But sometimes
and it's not because, okay, this is what happens. A person, an event, something has happened, and you look at me and you're like, don't say it. I'm like, I am not saying a thing. The fact that you're acknowledging it means that you want to say it.
I want to say it.
And I am like, I ain't saying a freaking thing. But you're like, just do it. I want you to say it first so I don't feel bad. That's what you want.
Because that's not my makeup, right?
That is your makeup.
But I'm a people pleaser, so I don't want to upset the people. I don't want to upset the people.
Zip it.
No,
what you want is that you always want to look like the good guy, but really you're the guy who is judging all the time.
I'm not the guy.
You want someone else to say what you're thinking.
No, I am not the guy.
I am not fooled by you. I am not fooled by you.
I am not the guy.
Yes.
I am not the guy. No, I'm not.
Really?
I'm not the guy.
The mole?
Okay, really?
The mole?
Really? That was a situation that was beyond my control.
Really?
Yeah, that was out of my control.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Fully in judgment and a shit disturber.
Oh.
Yes. Oh my God, there's something else.
Guess what? You're picking me apart. Apart, Sam.
Oh my God. I am true to my new nickname.
You are true to your new nickname, Pick Apart Sam. Let you know that. Right? I'll tell you that right now.
I don't care.
I'll tell you that right now, Samantha. Samantha, how's your week been?
Oh God, thank God it's hump day.
Oh, right?
Hump day. Well, by the time this is released, it's Friday.
Yeah, right? So we've humped and moved on.
Oh, that sounded horrible.
Because we haven't humped. It's so funny, right? Because sometimes I forget that by the time the episode gets out, right, there's still 2 days after this, right?
Yes.
So remember when we first started? Remember we were all like, hey, and we got to pretend that it's Friday?
Yeah, I know. And it's not. We don't pretend anymore.
You know what I'm not going to pretend about anymore? I'm not going to pretend that I feel like as though we're going through a little spell of bad karma or some bad luck. Right? Because, okay, right? Like I can't even. I can't even anymore.
My God. Okay, what?
I can't even, right? So we're trying, right? We're just trying to get through this thing called life. That's what they say, right? Okay. We're just trying to do our thing, Samantha. And I got brand new earbuds that I don't know how to charge them. I charged them. They didn't work yesterday.
No. And they didn't work again today?
Right. So then I charged them last night, assuming that they would work.
But did you?
I don't know. I did all the things, did all the steps, talked to my husband. Yep, that's what I would do. But you can use the charging dock too. Okay, well, I didn't know that. So, right, that's just one more thing. I don't really completely understand how that can just work. So I don't use it very often, right? So anyways, right, long story short, I plugged them in, thought it looked like they charged, go to put them in. They didn't charge.
No,
They didn't charge, but I saw a light come on. And then they just didn't charge.
Could this be you not understanding the technology of your computer?
Totally. I had to ask my boss today how to save something to a drive. She's like, huh? And then they're learning a new program, like they're learning some new program with my work. And I said to her today, I said, am I going to be learning it? Because I sat in on the conversation, right? And it seems really cool. I said, will I be learning this? And she's like, this is what she says to me. I don't know if that's if that's our best way to spend your time. And I'm like, you're so right, because it's not, right? Because if I don't need to know it, I should be only on a need to know basis in all parts of my life, right? If I don't need to know something, I don't have any business being a part of it.
Right.
Because I'm just going to complicate it. I'm going to confuse it.
Yes.
I'm going to turn it upside down and not know what the hell to do with it.
Oh dear.
And then what am I going to do? Then I'm going to come to you with questions.
And there's going to be many questions.
There's going to be lots of questions, right? So you're absolutely best to keep me in the dark.
Oh my God.
Isn't that so funny? I don't know. I just, maybe you're right. Maybe it's a karma. Maybe it's like a karma, technology karma thing or something.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know, Lisa. Something's happening.
Something's happening. You know what else it could be, Samantha? I don't know if you know this, but I'm going to share this with you because you fit into this just like I do, right? We're really, really, really shitty Canadians today.
Why?
Yeah, exactly. Because you even have to ask that makes you shittier than me. Because at least I kind of knew about it.
And what did I not know, Lisa?
It's National Canadian Beer Day today.
Oh.
And what did we do? We didn't celebrate it.
No.
We didn't cherish it.
We did not.
We didn't honor it.
No.
We didn't even, we're barely acknowledging it.
Okay, so this is what I think. If you didn't acknowledge it, it's because it didn't have wine.
Well, you know what? Okay, so beer, then it got me thinking.
Honestly,
right.
Beer, it's not your go-to. It's not your go-to.
I wish it was. Remember this summer I had a beer and I was so excited and I got like halfway through it. I'm like, I can't do this.
Yeah, it's too much.
Right? Because as I get older, right, I get less gassy and that beer's got to go somewhere and it's just going in my belly. That's all. And I'm like, oh God, I'm going to die. This beer's going to kill me. Right?
Oh my God.
You, on the other hand, you enjoy a good beer.
I do.
I used to in my younger days. I enjoyed beer. That was my drink of choice, beer.
I got my father interested in cheladas.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Nice.
I got him. He had a couple of taste tests over the summer with me, and Dad's like, "Oh, these are pretty good." And I'm like, "Aren't they good?"
Try them when it's 30 degrees outside, Larry, with your feet in the water.
That's even better.
They're delightful. They are delightful. But out of Canadian beer, right? So when you were a teen, let's go back through the years, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I know for you, way back.
Oh, really?
Friends of the podcast, Samantha's turning 54 in a few days. Ouch. Okay.
So who cares? 54 is good.
Well, it's good that you're still here. So let's go back. Let's go back to when you were a teen, when your younger beer drinking days.
Labatt's.
Labatt's what? Just like Labatt's what?
Light.
Like, oh, okay. That was your beer?
Well, because back in the day when Saskatoon actually had a Labatt's brewery in town.
That was the popular choice.
Yes, Labatt's Light. I would probably drink like a Bud, maybe.
Yeah, Bud was good back in the day.
Yeah, a Bud. I was never big.
Remember, that was the cowboy beer. They said
it was the cowboy beer,
right?
But Coors, I never got into Coors.
It's because you didn't live in Ontario. If you lived in Ontario, you drank a lot of Coors Light.
Yeah, and if you're from the Western provinces, you're drinking Pill.
You're drinking Pill. And if you're from the Eastern provinces, you're drinking sometimes the equivalent to Pill, which was Molson X, which is, as my dad used to say, nothing wrong with a beer you can chew.
Exactly.
Right? Ugh. So nasty. And it totally was a beer you can chew.
Pilsner's disgusting.
It's not a good beer, right? It's not a good beer at all.
Yeah, it's just not kosher.
But I loved beer. I think we all did back in the day, right?
Oh, for sure. This is one thing that everybody could probably score pretty easily.
Exactly, right? And it just seemed to be something that wasn't too
Well,
too crazy.
but then as you got older, you decided to like get a little fancier.
Well, you coolered it up.
No. Then you discovered the Mexican beer Corona, and you felt very international.
Right. See,
Right?
I never went there. I just stayed mainstream.
Yeah. And then Dos Equis, which is also a Mexican beer, which is actually quite good. Then there was another one called Sol, which was pretty good.
Yeah.
And then you got in, and then because that's when all of the microbreweries started.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Right.
That's right.
So
too.
then you did like, microbrewery beers. And then all of a sudden you discovered Sleeman's. Ooh, Sleeman's Honey Brown. That was the it beer there for
No,
I'm like, oh my God, obviously I've drank a lot of beer.
I think you have. And I think on Sunday, I think we should ask our friends of the podcast, even though we have a lot of friends that are American and from the UK, what their beer of choice is, right? Because
I'd be curious.
I'm kind of curious. We used to sneak into the States and we used to buy Old Milwaukee.
Oh, or Michelob.
Or Pabst.
Yeah,
whatever
Pabst.
that one was.
Oh,
right?
yeah, I remember Pabst.
That
and
was
Michelob.
a good one too.
Yeah.
So I came home the other day, picked up the mail.
Uh-huh.
Opened up the mail. Got an issue. Got an issue.
No.
First off, I barely drive.
Yeah, I know.
Barely. And let alone speed.
Yes.
As I said to the HHG, I never drive, but when I do, I speed. Because this is the new thing, right? I got a letter from the government or from whoever, from the police, and I had a speeding ticket.
Uh-huh.
So when my sister Linda was in town, I met her and her kids at the keg. So I had to go.
Oh, no.
That way, whatever that way is.
Circle.
Right? Put it on my GPS. Just go that way, right?
Just go that way.
It clocked me doing 107 in a 90.
What the hell?
And you can't argue that, even though I'm like, bullshit. I saw it, and there's your picture. There's your picture of your pretty car. Not another. It's like, I swear to God, it looks like as though they clip arted it. They cut and pasted my car. There's not another vehicle to be found in the picture. Just my little white clown car. And I'm like, I said to Mike, I said, that's bullshit. I said, because there's no, like, first off, you can't, how do you argue that? Remember back in the day where they'd like show you the gun? That's the last time I got a ticket, is back in the day when they showed you your speed.
Yes.
Sorry, ma'am, we clocked you doing, and then they showed you the gun. Not a camera saying we clocked you doing this, but yet there's no other cars around in the picture, just my car. $107, $185 that sucker cost me. $184.
Holy shit.
Yeah, right. Right. Oh. So all of a sudden, the free meal from my sister just got expensive.
It did get expensive.
Right? I'm like, I don't even drive. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
And now you're going to drive a little bit slower.
Oh my God. Now I'm just going to be a turtle. Now I'm going to be the person, because now I'm paranoid. They really do take your picture. In case anybody out there wondered, they really do take your picture and mail you it.
Yeah, they do.
Right? So I'm living proof of it.
Oh,
I was so pissed.
God.
I was like so mad. I'm like, it's like my first ticket in like probably 30 years.
It doesn't count against your license though, just so you know.
Whatever. It would go against Mike because it's his registration, right?
Oh.
Yeah, so go figure.
They knew it was you though, didn't they?
Oh, they don't know. All they know is that it's a car.
Oh. So how do you know it was you and not Mike?
Because I know it was the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I knew the event. I'm like, oh yeah, I was meeting Linda. But why would I be speeding? I don't need to speed. I'm not a late person. You would be speeding. HHG would be speeding.
But
not Lisa's not going to be speeding. I'm going to be doing the speed limit probably.
Probably.
All right. Anyways, enough about that.
Okay.
Right?
I just think it's funny you got a speeding ticket
on a picture. So when your GPS says camera district ahead, it's telling you there really is one.
Yeah, it's legit.
It's legit. They really do mail that out. Right? Yep. There's the little car.
Oh, I think there's probably a lot of listeners who will be like, it's happened to me.
I bet you, right? I was so surprised. I'm like, are you kidding me? And then I was offended, right? Then I was like offended. I was like, I was like, you know what? Dear the police, you have hurt my feelings.
Well, you hurt their feelings by breaking the law.
Yeah, but I'm a good driver. I have a good driving history.
But every once in a while, Lisa, you're going to break the law. You're going to be a speed demon.
Right? I'm officially a lawbreaker. Right? I broke the law.
You broke the law and the law won.
Oh. Yeah, right. I didn't fight. I'm not fighting the law. I'm not fighting the law. The law won, right? I'm giving it to them.
Okay, but speaking of things, fighting and lying and all that kind of stuff, how's your Dahmer marathon going?
It's done. It's done. I did it. I got through it. It's over. It's over. It's done. And yeah.
What do you mean? Yeah.
Yeah, right? Like, yeah. Like I'm pumping myself up. Because it was a hard watch.
It was a hard watch.
Yeah. So the first 5 episodes, hard watch, right? Because it's about what he's doing.
Oh, okay.
The second 5 episodes is it okay? I don't know if I'm gonna say easier watch, and that's gonna make me sound creepy. I was talking with Chelsea about this on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Just because we find it mesmerizing doesn't mean we agree with it.
No, you're just very interested in why they do what they do.
Like what makes him all of a sudden think, you know what? Instead of a steak, I think I'm just gonna cut this man's heart out, salt and pepper it up, fry it up, and just try and see what that tastes like. Like I have no desire to know what human body parts taste like.
Okay, good.
Right? Like just so you know, right? Like it didn't affect me like that. Still thinking cannibalism is not cool. Thinking murder is not the right way to go.
Good to know.
Right? Thou shalt not kill. All of that still all in check. But it was good. Like it was good. It was interesting.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But now isn't Netflix now loading down Netflix with like all the serial killer stuff?
Yeah, but did you know that the Jeffrey Dahmer thing, it broke a Netflix record?
Really?
Yeah, broke a Netflix record. I think it was for the most hours watched, the number one show with the most hours ever watched, or something like that. It was either most hours watched or most download. It's something, but they broke their own records.
That's so crazy.
Isn't that crazy? But yeah, so now they're going down the rabbit hole, right?
Uh-huh.
Only problem is, and now this is where I'm gonna sound creepy, friends. It's hard to top Jeffrey Dahmer.
No, geez.
Right? It's hard to top. So what they've done is they're doing the John Wayne Gacy tapes.
Okay. Oh, that's the clown guy.
That's the clown guy, right?
Ugh.
So interesting, but it's just tapes, right? It's not like, so it's just like people talking about him, and it's like the tapes from the police station. So it's interesting, but it's not on the level of Dahmer. Right? Like it's not a reenactment, I guess is what I'm saying. Now I'm saying I want reenactments. If that's where we're going, I want reenactments. I want to relive it all. All the horrors and all the crime.
Excellent. Now that we've determined that.
Yes.
And we now have decided you are creepy.
It might be a little creepy, right? There could be some creepy tendencies.
Okay, because wasn't there... Okay, I remember watching the movie... Oh, he had a family. He had a wife and
that's the BTK.
BTK, yeah, because
right?
he was
Find,
really
torture and kill, and he was like an upstanding citizen.
Right. And he was actually, oh my God.
He was like a warden or something, or like worked in he was like worked in like the legal system.
I can't remember.
Yeah. Are you talking about? Yeah. And then there was like Ted Bundy a while ago, was pretty cool too.
I think I'm thinking of Ted Bundy.
Oh, you're thinking
Bundy.
Ted Bundy?
No, I'm thinking Ted Bundy.
He was a lawyer.
Right. Because everyone found, they couldn't believe
attractive.
it. Yes. Because he was, and that seems odd. Like, right? Don't you think that's odd? Oh, he's so attractive. Why is he a killer?
Yeah, like you sure he's the killer? Like he comes from a good family and he has perfect teeth.
Right. And his hair is nice and he dresses well. Like that is those are like, back then, I don't think we understood
That it
that
doesn't
bad
matter.
people look like a lot of different ways.
Yeah, right? It just doesn't. Like John Wayne Gacy wasn't always just a creepy clown. He also had a successful construction business in the city he lived in.
See?
Right? Yeah. See, so like just because you're creepy doesn't mean you're creepy.
That's like that the Dexter show,
Yeah, I never watched that one.
right? He's a serial killer. You've really?
I never have.
Even
Never.
I have watched that show and I had to stop because it was too much. It was too much.
I've never watched it.
Oh
Never,
my
ever.
God.
Nope, never. All I'm just saying is that, you know what, Dahmer is pretty cool. It was pretty good. It was pretty good overall. Once I got past the yuck of it,
Uh-huh.
right? And you got past kind of like the, you know, like you got past the self-shame. You kind of self-shame yourself whenever you watch that show. That's what you're doing. That's what it is. That's what it is, friends.
It's
For the first
self-shaming.
5 episodes, you are self-shaming and you're trying to live with the shame of watching the show. By the time
Yes.
episode 6 comes, you're over it. You're over it. Okay? Right? You beat yourself up. You've listened to people, all the naysayers and all the people just chit-chatting about it negatively. By the time the 6th out, you're over it. You don't care.
Okay, but didn't somebody on our Facebook, was it Stephanie?
She was watching
She
it.
was, and didn't she have to and then she binged from 6 to 10.
Yeah,
and
she was
then
able to binge that.
Yeah, and then I think she said she watched some comedy shows like Jo Koy, I think.
Yeah.
To like kind of break up
break it up.
Yeah. So what did you do the same thing or no?
Yeah, I did. Well, yeah, okay, and then this brings me to our conversation that we had about Jo Koy the other day. Because last week, remember, I wasn't too happy with you.
Well, because I told you I was like, I don't know.
Right, we got tickets to go see Jo Koy. We love Jo Koy,
Yes,
and
we
now all of
do.
a sudden you're like, I don't know.
I was not jumping up for joy with his last Netflix special.
Yeah, so I did what Stephanie did. I downloaded Jo Koy. I watched Jo Koy.
And?
Yeah, and I watched Jo Koy. So anyways.
Because you can't say that I was right.
I'm not going to say that you're right ever.
I was right.
Ever. This is my issue, okay? Dear Jo Koy.
Uh-oh.
Right? And you know, when I go with Dear Joe, I got a point to make, right? Dear Jo Koy, I think you're brilliant. I think you're funny. I love the self-deprecating humor. I love that you pick at your upbringing and at your ethnic background. I think it's hilarious, right? Love it, love it, love it. What I don't love, that seems to be what he was doing in his newest one, is I felt like maybe he stepped up onto a soapbox.
Uh-oh.
And now I kind of felt like at times we were being a little preached at.
Oh, yeah.
I don't always love me a comedian that's preaching at me.
Okay.
Right? Like I'm not looking for a hidden message. I'm just looking for like some ha-ha. Right? Parts of it were really funny.
Yes.
And then parts of it I just felt like it was like a public message or something.
A PSA.
Yeah, kind of like a PSA, right? Did you think that?
There were parts of it that I did not find funny, yes.
Yeah, like some parts were really, really funny though. Yeah, so I'm going to just choose to hang on to that.
Okay.
I too, like you, need to rewatch it just in case.
No, I don't feel I need to.
Judgment.
I
really?
Like
really?
I'm fully aware of what it sounded like.
I don't know, because remember, sometimes you got to rewatch it to get the full effect. And maybe, just maybe, you were having a bad day. Maybe you were a little jaded that day. Maybe, right? Maybe, I don't know. There could be a billion reasons.
Or maybe I was right.
I don't know. That seems so hard to believe.
Just say it, Lisa.
I'm not going to.
Just say it.
I'm not going to.
Just say it.
I'm not going to.
Just say it.
I won't be doing that.
I'm right.
It's never coming out of my mouth.
You can do it.
I'm not.
It's really not about Joe anymore. It's
just
about
like Fonz. Fonz couldn't say
right.
it, neither can I. Right? I'm not saying nothing like that.
Yes, you should.
I won't.
No, I think you should.
You can't make me.
Fine. I'm going to call you batshit crazy.
Who's batshit crazy?
You're batshit crazy.
Really? Out of the two of us, you think I'm the one that people are going to think is batshit crazy?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh, come on, Samantha. Who we fooling? Who we fooling?
Well, okay, let's be honest. That's a weird phrase.
Maybe you're getting...
One, do you know if a bat is crazy? Two,
what's with this shit?
Is shit part of it?
Like, what is bat shit? What
Bat
is
shit crazy. Like, who thinks of bat shit crazy as a phrase to basically say this person is a little not
off
right?
center, right?
Yes, they're
A little
not
off
right.
center to keep it nice and
Well, then let's call Dahmer. That guy is batshit crazy.
he was a little batshit crazy,
It's
right?
batshit
But you're
crazy.
right. When you think of the phrase, like it makes zero sense. Like, why does that phrase? How do we get that meaning from that phrase?
Batshit crazy.
Right?
Because is it because bats fly around and like get all crazy?
But maybe, but then why don't you just say you're bat crazy?
Bat because it don't make sense.
Where's the shit come in? Does the shit part make sense? Batshit crazy.
You're batshit crazy.
You're batshit crazy. I get that we've manipulated it to make sense
For sure it does.
over the years.
Can
right?
we ever take apart those three words and not make them sound like they go together? No, because in
No.
our brain, it means something.
Somebody's running around with their head cut off.
Oh my God.
Right? Like, right?
Why are you running around with your head cut off? Why are you
I'm like a chicken with my head cut off. I mean, I guess
well,
that does happen.
that's a really good imagery.
Right? Okay, maybe that is. But what about things?
God.
What about like people used to say, boom bang and Bob's your uncle?
I think they just said Bob's your uncle.
Well, actually, Bob was my uncle.
I know.
So, and I don't understand. The point behind that is what? Oh, did you know him? Uncle Bob.
Did you know Bob?
Did you know Uncle Bob? How cool. I met somebody and said Bob was your uncle too. Right? Like, why does that phrase?
Because Bob's your uncle means, and there you go. And Bob's your uncle.
And Bob's your uncle.
So why would we put Bob's your uncle together to mean, and there you go?
As opposed to just, and there you go.
And there you go.
Right? Like, to me, mic drop is more visually Bob's your uncle than Bob's your uncle. And there you go. Mic drop, boom. Right? Yeah. I don't know.
Or you could say things like, chew the fat. Let's chew the fat.
Why do we want to chew the fat?
I don't know. Like, is it because we're getting into it? Like, are we getting down to the nitty gritty?
And that's what the fat is?
Let's chew the fat.
Chew the fat.
That sounds
I never
horrible.
understood that. You know what other one I never understood either? I never understood, pardon my French.
I know.
that probably shouldn't even be said anymore. That's probably wrong.
It's probably
wrong to say, right? Oh, pardon my French.
Pardon my French.
And then I'm just speaking English. I don't...
Because that means you're going to say something rude.
Right.
And maybe it's the connotation.
You're not going to understand me.
Right. Or that French people are rude, so you would pardon my French.
Pardon my French.
Or
right?
no, it could be because if you don't understand French, you're not going to understand what you're saying.
So it'd be like, hey, dum-dum. You don't get this, right?
Hey, dum-dum. Pardon my French.
Pardon my French.
Pardon my French, but.
Yeah.
Let's add a but to that.
Let's add a but, right? Just seems like an odd, like a weirdly placed phrase.
It is. So why would we put weird? Well, I mean, this coming from me is bad because I put weird phrases together all the time.
Yeah,
like I kind of create my own shit. So
you do, and like kick the bucket. Okay, hi. That's just horrible.
Why would you kick the bucket?
Yeah, everybody's gonna kick the bucket.
Kick the bucket.
Is it don't kick the bucket? Hey, don't kick the bucket. I hope he doesn't kick the bucket.
Right. I hope he doesn't kick the bucket. That's another word of saying, oh, I hope he doesn't die.
But where's bucket come into? Like what part, like why is bucket involved in that? I don't get that.
The bucket. Right? I don't know.
And don't count your chickens. Why can't I count my chickens?
Don't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Why can't I count the chickens? Right? Like why?
Oh my God.
Right? Like people painstakingly did the work to come up with these phrases.
And who are we to not use them?
Friends of the podcast, drop us a line on our Facebook. Tell us your weird phrases.
Oh yeah. What phrase do you? Well, my mom's got a good one. Oh my hat.
Which I don't understand. I've never understood. Oh my hat.
Oh my hat.
Oh my hat. Like I've never understood. Oh my hat. I feel that it has no meaning actually. Right?
Oh my hat.
Oh my hat. I feel it has no meaning. You know what though? Like I guess maybe my mind just thinks of like it starts thinking of things like that. You know what else it thinks of? Like, you know, like some of the nursery rhymes and stuff. And I
Yes.
know we've talked about nursery rhymes before and about how they're like kind of like the work of the devil, right?
They're not
Because
as nice as you
they're
think
not
they
as
are.
nice as you think. But then if you start thinking about them again and you just try and like think about like what was somebody thinking? Okay? Like the other day I was thinking, like, it was kind of rainy out. I was thinking about the Itsy Bitsy spider. Why did he go up the water spout? He
And
had to
down
know
came
that
the
the rain
rain
was going to
and
come
wash
down and wash the spider
spider
out,
out.
right? Like what was he thinking? Dude, what are you thinking?
But he climbed up the spout again, so I don't know.
Like, or is that a lesson in just like perseverance?
Pers-
Right? Don't give up. Oh, do this shit again. All right,
Be
here I go.
be the spider.
Be the spider, right?
Be
Maybe the
the
spider doesn't get
spider.
enough credit, right? And then I was thinking too
Ah.
about remember Baba Black Sheep?
Have you any wool?
Of course he's got wool. He's made of wool. He is wool. Is he not walking wool?
He
He is the walking wool.
wool.
He is the walking wool,
He is definitely the walking wool.
right? So why are we
Yes.
asking if he has any wool?
Because it rhymed.
Baba Black Sheep, have you any wool? Does not
Yes.
rhyme with
And then it's, what is it? Yes, sir, 3 bags full.
one for my master,
One for my,
one for the dame, and one for the little boy that lives down
down
the
the
lane.
lane.
Right.
That doesn't even make sense.
Well, like, it's a weird nursery rhyme, right?
It's weird.
Let's Samantha, let's look at Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
How I wonder where you are. Well, we
You
know,
know
it's
where
a
it is.
mascot.
You know where you are. And then the next, up above
The
in
world's
the
so
sky, the world's so high,
high.
or like a diamond in the sky. Like,
Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
right?
Okay.
Why are we like?
I don't know.
This is not the work of smart people. This is not the work of smart people.
This is not the work of
This is not the work of smart people.
We have just obliterated 3 classic nursery rhymes.
Kids nursery rhymes.
And we basically just said, guys, they're dumb. We don't know why they wrote them. It's
I
horrible.
judged them. I judged them.
You totally did.
I totally judged those
You
guys.
totally did.
Right?
You almost like maybe you kind of took on the picky party part.
No, I think you did that. You jumped in pretty easily.
No, I think you did okay by yourself.
Right? I didn't really need help on this one.
If someone's coming for us, they're coming for you.
They're coming for me. That one's only at Lisa. Right? That was only at Lisa. But I'm just saying, right? Like, how crazy are some of those things?
It doesn't make sense, actually.
Right? Like, have you any wool?
Oh,
Duh, I am wool.
duh!
Head to toe
I'm
wool.
up in the sky.
Yeah. Oh, how I wonder. I'm right up here.
Hello.
Right? Take a look. Look up. There I am. Right?
Oh my God.
It's so crazy. It's so crazy.
I don't know.
So I'm back on my diet kick, right?
Oh, God.
Trying to lose the weight again, right?
Lisa.
I'm gonna do it. Motherfuckers. Right?
Okay, thanks for swearing at us.
Yeah, right. I'm just saying, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna lose that weight. I'm gonna lose the weight that has nestled in nicely in my midsection.
Yes, it has nestled nicely.
Right? It's funny, right? I treat myself not every day, but maybe like 2 times a week to a hot chocolate from the Starbucks.
Ah.
Let me share with you. This is what my order is. So it's a grande hot chocolate, extra hot, hold the whip.
Why do you hold the whip?
Because I'm trying to lose weight.
That is not where your calories lie.
In my mind, holding the whip makes a big difference.
It would be getting a small hot chocolate.
Or not getting a hot chocolate.
Or not
going to the
getting a
Starbucks, actually. Be drinking your water. Be drinking your water. That's where your calories lie, in your water.
Yeah, pretty
right?
much.
I know. But in my mind, if I say no whip, I think I've done a great thing.
Oh, dear God.
I know, right?
This is your grand plan to lose weight. No whip on your twice a week hot chocolate.
No whip. No whip. Yeah.
Folks, friends of the podcast, she's going to be talking about her diet for the rest of the winter. Hold on to your hats.
I am on the no whipped cream diet.
Oh my God, that makes no sense.
Do you remember last year? Remember at the beginning of the year? I guess it would have been not quite last year, but the beginning of the year when I went on I was kicking non-essential breads to the curb.
Yes, and that worked out really well for you.
Right, because bread is essential. So I see the error in my ways. However, with whipped cream, I feel like I can live without it.
You can, but you could also live without the hot chocolate.
I know, but can't a girl have a little bit of fun?
That's where the whole fat sugar chocolate piece is sitting. It's not in the whipped cream that was probably 2 calories as opposed to the 1,000 that were actually in the cup.
I just think, hey, big girl, you needing that? That's what I feel my midsection is saying, right? Does your muffin need that whipped topping? No, it does not. It's never said, do you need the hot beverage?
Did you ever stop to think that the voice in your head that tells you that the whipped cream will be the part of your diet that is successful is a fucking liar?
No.
Have you ever stopped to think that the little voice that gives you bad advice about what to eat is a fucking liar?
I don't ever think it's lying.
You know what? You should maybe consider it.
I think, you know what?
Consider it.
I might be able to kick whipped cream to the curb.
It's already kicked. It was never to the curb. It was always on the curb. It was always there.
I'm just saying. I don't think it's lying.
Lisa,
Samantha,
you as a person like to tell less truths than the rest of the world.
Oh, come on.
What would make you think that your voice in your head would also do the very same thing to you? Because it's you telling you what not to do, right?
And I'm listening to it.
Hang on. Let's get a pencil. Connect the dots, okay? Let's connect the dots.
But I'm listening to me tell me.
But you're a liar.
I'm not.
Instinctively, your inner voices do.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No. No.
I can't help you. You're batshit crazy.
Oh, Lord, love a duck.
Oh my God. Oh my God, I hate that phrase. Lord love a duck. Lord love a duck. Like
Lord,
what does that
and why
even
don't
mean?
you love a duck? Why don't we love a duck?
But,
why do we have to be told to love a duck?
Lord love a duck.
Lord love a duck. All right.
Okay.
You know what? I feel you're not very supportive this week with my diet. I'm just it's like last week with your fake fan bullshit, right? I retire. That's fine. Guess what? They're going to the playoffs. They're in the playoffs starting Friday.
Fantastic.
So when they start winning, the bandwagon better not pull up at your goddamn address, Samantha. I'll tell you that right now. Because guess what? I don't want you.
Perfect. I don't care.
I don't need you.
Good, because I don't care.
Good. Well, you're not invited.
Fantastic.
So enjoy your Miss Marple instead.
And I will. Thank you.
All right. All right.
Okay. But I have something to tell you.
Okay.
You know how we for some reason in the last, I don't know how long, couple months, have frequently referenced to the Love Boat?
Love, exciting and new. Come aboard, we're expecting you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Guess what?
What?
They have reimagined the Love Boat.
They're rebooting the Love Boat
into a reality TV show about singles dating on the boat in the Mediterranean. And the hosts are Jerry O'Connell and his wife, Rebecca Ramone.
Why do I feel that this smells like Shauna Foster?
Oh, Shauna Foster would totally love this.
Shauna Foster is going to love. We need to reach out. We need to ask our girl if she's going to be watching this mess.
She is watching Bachelor in Paradise. And I'm like, that is like,
there she is.
That I can't watch that show.
Sounds like a bigger mess.
It potentially could be.
Yeah.
So it's called The Real Love Boat. They're the two hosts, and the singles are aboard. They're all aboard this cruise ship. There's
and
a
everybody's
captain.
expecting you.
Yeah, there's a captain. There's a ship director, whatever they're called.
Really?
And
a cruise director.
And they're bringing some of the old characters from the show back.
No.
Like Washington.
Like Isaac might come back?
Yes, Isaac is coming back. And
like Doc?
No, Doc is dead.
What about Gopher?
No, I don't think Gopher's coming. Julie's coming.
Wow.
I know, isn't that cool? Okay, but the best thing is that aboard this ship, they go on challenges and destination dates.
Yeah.
But when they're done, Jerry O'Connell and his wife have like a tagline where they say, your ship to shore or something like that. I can't remember. But it's basically they leave them at the dock of the destination place. They're like, bye, see ya. You're kicked off the boat.
And the boat just pulls away without them.
Yes, without them.
Like, wow, that's harsh.
I know.
Interesting. Did it say when it starts?
It's already started, I think.
Well, we got to get on this. We got to find this out because this one I'm in. This one I'm in on. I'm excited. I'm so excited.
Well, and right? I like a little Jerry O'Connell. He's a little funny.
Yeah, we're gonna make a post. We're gonna send it this week to Shauna Foster.
We'll see if
we want to see if she wants to watch it with us.
Okay,
right? If she wants to be part of this mess.
But they were on live with Kelly and Ryan, and I'm like, oh my God, we were just talking about the Love Boat. That is so weird.
Surprise, surprise.
Well, okay, this is true. Oh my God, you're right.
Right?
Somebody's listening to us.
Yeah, and you know who else is listening to us? The radio station in Toronto, Chum FM, because today on their Facebook, they had One Has to Go, and it was turkey dinner.
What?
Yeah, hi. We did turkey dinner yesterday, and they did turkey dinner today. Dear Chum FM, can you find your own shit? Right?
You interview one host.
She gives away all the secrets. Right? The hell?
Oh, okay.
The hell?
You and I took a little tour to Hudson's last Thursday.
Right.
Remember that?
I remember.
And we stayed long enough to do their bingo that they do on Thursday night.
That's right. They do a bingo.
We thought it was going to be 80s tunes, so we were pumped.
Super pumped.
And then we discovered it was country.
Yeah, not so pumped.
Not so pumped. And then I'm like, I don't know a lot of country. I have no clue. We surprised ourselves, did we not?
Well, no, you surprised me. I didn't surprise me.
That we knew some of the country stuff. Yeah, and some of the older stuff was kind of cool. But when I was looking at the bingo card, I was like, there's some really weird country song titles in this world.
There's some really weird ones.
Who thinks of this shit?
Who thinks of these things?
Okay, so the one that made me pause for the first one was Tequila Makes Her Clothes Fall Off.
Yeah, hey?
Really? By Joe Nichols. I'm like, what?
Why is that? Like, it seems like an awkward song.
Tequila Makes Her Clothes Fall. And I Googled tequila.
Yeah.
There are so many country songs with tequila in it.
Really?
Yes. I feel like the liquor brands of the world should like get in on that.
Should be getting in on that.
And getting a royalty.
The world loves their tequila.
Well, but don't you think that's weird? Tequila makes her clothes fall off?
I think it's weird. I think it's like seems odd, but I think that it's just a weird title.
It is a weird title.
It's a weird title.
Okay. But then Loretta Lynn, this is now officially one of my favorites.
Oh, and Loretta, did she not just pass away?
Yes, she did just recently pass.
Yes.
Her song title was You're the Reason Our Kids Are Ugly.
I love that so much. Like, but again, it's a really weird, awkward title.
It is.
Right? Like, it's just really weird.
It's funny, though.
It is funny. It's really funny. Yeah, it is really funny.
And there was another one called How Can I Miss You If You Won't Go Away?
Right.
So is this just like
Is it just country? Is that country?
Like, is this a country thing?
I don't know, because I'm not really very country.
I don't know either.
Right? So is it a country thing that you just kind of come up with some weird sounding songs?
Like, is it just because it's so real life? Like, tequila makes her clothes fall off because it actually happened.
Because it actually happened. Because there's her clothes off. Let me write a song about that. I don't know. Loretta Lynn looking at her kids saying, "You're the reason we have ugly kids."
Right.
Maybe. They always say that country music is very true.
True to what? Country?
No, true to like the story it's telling, right? That it's a true narrative.
Jolene.
Right? Please don't take my husband just because you can.
Yeah.
Right? Right? So
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I just thought it was odd and I needed to talk about it because I just thought it was odd.
all right. I agree. I think it is odd, right?
Just saying.
I think it's odd. Yeah, you know how earlier we were talking about Jo Koy and how you pick them apart?
Yes, Lisa.
You picking apart my Angela Johnson too?
Yeah, well, I don't love everything. Why
You
is this
don't
a
love
problem?
anything.
I don't know. I like parts of what she does, but I don't love everything.
So who's your comedian that you like everything about?
Oh, I don't think I have one.
I don't think you do either.
Because I'm a pick-aparter.
You're a pick-aparter. Right? I think you're a pick-aparter. Right? So you can't have a pick-aparter can't have something that they totally like.
And if I did, I would be like surprised.
I would be surprised too.
I'd be very surprised.
Right? I'd be really surprised because you're a pick-aparter.
Really? This is coming from Judgment Lisa. Yes.
I'm just saying, right?
All right.
I'm judging your pick-aparting.
Did you iron those 7 pairs of Judgment pants that you got at home?
Stop it.
I'm
right?
just saying. I'm just asking.
I'm just saying, right? I am judging your pick-aparting.
I am pick-aparting your argument.
Right? This is why some days we can't coexist very easily.
I know.
Right? Because we don't see things eye to eye that way.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Right. We just
All right.
don't.
Lisa.
Samantha.
I don't think I'm getting turkey for Thanksgiving.
Oh, why?
Well, I think it's only the 3 of us.
And your mom's not going to cook one?
No, she found a ham.
Oh, not at the Thanksgiving.
I know. She was like, "Oh, but I can get a turkey." And I'm like, "Nope, don't buy a turkey. It's not a big deal. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. I don't care. I mean, ham is fine."
It's like Mike wants to have a pork roast.
What? It's a conspiracy.
I don't know. Apparently there's no turkeys coming to us this year.
Well,
right?
There is the avian flu, which has made getting turkeys harder.
But there's lots of turkeys at the grocery store. I see them. I see them in my travels. I'm like, I don't know. I see turkeys.
Yeah, I'll be fine as long as I get one at Christmas.
I guess, right? You got to hold true to that.
Yeah.
Right?
I can handle it.
I don't know, but I thought it was funny. Andrea's comment about stuffing and in the carcass of the bird.
Yes.
Right. So let's break that down.
You don't want me to weigh in on this because I don't think I believe.
You don't believe?
No. What do you believe?
No, I still will eat stuffing. To me, it's the same as eating a hot dog. I don't care where it's cooked. It's delicious. Right? I'm just saying. I don't care where it's cooked. I think it's delicious. So if it's cooked inside a dead turkey, a dead bird, well, that's a delicious item in that dead bird, right? If it takes entrails and bits and pieces of meat to make a hot dog, it was a deliciously delightful hot dog.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so I'm good with it. I'm totally fine with it.
Okay.
Which doesn't really make much sense for me, right? What's your take on it?
I love it. I think that's the best stuffing.
I think the best stuffing is the one that was shoved up its ass, right? Like I like stovetop too as a backup. But not like the main one.
No, because it takes all the juices and
all the blood and all
the
juices.
If you basted it tastes all the butter, all the everything is just 10 times better.
Dear Andrea, just think of the turkey as the vessel. That's all.
Don't think of it as dirty bird.
Don't think of it as the bird and the food you might eat. Think of it just really as like a pan that's holding the stuffing.
A pan that's holding this.
That's all I'm saying about that,
Oh my
right? It's
God.
just kind of
Oh
a
my
pan
God.
that's holding a stuffing, right?
Oh my God. Oh my God. I
all.
bet there's lots of people that think that's disgusting and would
Oh,
never.
and I'm sure if we break it down, it is totally disgusting.
Yeah, but I don't want to think about it because I
And-
still eat it.
No, and it's probably totally bizarre that we're still doing it that way in this day and age.
Right.
Right? Because it's kind of like we've kind of like poo-pooed it. Like we are not going to follow the common sense behind how horrible that probably really is. Right? It's done really good for years and years and years and generations, and in the 20s they were eating like that, so still seems pretty good. Didn't kill my mama.
Yeah, they didn't die.
They didn't die, so it's got to be okay. It's got to be okay.
Okay, but speaking of turkey, we did the one has to go turkey dinner.
Because you got to. And I get, right? We've done it before. We're going to do it again.
We're going to do it again because it's
Right?
Thanksgiving.
It's
Canadian.
tradition. It's
Canadian
tradition.
Thanksgiving.
Canadian Thanksgiving.
All right. So, the dislike for a sweet potato.
Well, I told you. I told you, right? At one point I had Brussels sprouts on there, and I'm like, no,
Yes, you did.
taking off the Brussels sprouts, right? Because it's too obvious. Felt it would be too obvious. Then I was going to do turnip, and then I decided I'm not putting turnip in that position, actually, because I love turnip. And guess what, friends of the podcast? I wouldn't cope with that. I don't want to have to defend turnip to any of you.
Yes, because you hate that when you have to defend the food that you like.
Right? So I left it off. And I put in sweet potatoes, knowing Glenna Lawless that it doesn't really go with Thanksgiving. I get that. It goes more with an Easter ham, but people still use it.
They
at
still do it.
Thanksgiving. They still do.
I think you should have put turnips and carrots on there and see how the world would have thought about it.
Carrots were there.
No, but turnip and carrots together.
Oh, I see.
Mm-hmm.
I see. My favorite was Cindy Harder saying she'll eat the sweet potatoes as long as there's no marshmallows, and I'm like, atta girl. Right, atta girl, right? We don't need it to be a dessert.
We
Samantha.
do not. All right. But yeah, I'm not a fan. I mean, I don't mind carrots, but they have to be done a certain way, and I hate green beans.
Yeah, I don't hate green beans. They're fine.
I do. I hate them.
Fine.
They're
But
gross.
people kicking cranberries. Turkey's dry. We need a sauce on there.
But that's why you got gravy.
No, I would kick gravy before cranberries.
Well, people did kick gravy.
Yeah, I would. Some people kick turkey.
I know.
Right?
But I get it. I mean, a bird is not for everybody.
It's not. And some people, it wasn't even because they didn't like birds or because they don't like meat. They just don't prefer turkey.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, fair enough.
That's why you're having pork roast for dinner.
My husband feels that turkey is too dry.
Really?
Yeah. So I don't know.
Right.
I'm just choosing to look at that as a preference, not as a dig at me. Right? Bless
The
his
girl
soul.
who
He just wants to change it up a little.
Yes, because you overcook everything.
I overcook everything.
Yeah, because you're not convinced that it's like, cooked.
I have trust issues.
Yes, you do.
I have trust issues.
Which is the worst thing to have as someone who's making something for other people.
But you know what's so good, though? You know what's so good is that last two things that we've bought from the grocery store. One was a bag of, funny that we talk about sweet potatoes, a bag of sweet potatoes cut up, and some mini corn dogs. Shh, those aren't very good for my diet. Both of those came with instructions on how to cook them in the air fryer. I'm like, hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. I'm like, 8 minutes at 400. Boom. We need more food like that.
You do.
So excited when I saw that because I'm like, oh my God, right? That's the rules right there. You make it just like it says. Right? That's what you do with that.
Okay. Well, you know what people should be doing?
What should they be doing?
They should be going to our Facebook page.
Yeah, they should.
And when you go to the Facebook page, because it's I Shake My Head with Lisa and Sam, join the group if you haven't already. And when you join the group, encourage other people to listen to the podcast.
Yes. Don't just come and play.
Yeah.
Come and listen to what makes it fun to play.
Yeah. So you're listening. Now you need to encourage other people to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Right? Subscribe, download us. You know where to find us. We're on Podbean. We're on Spotify. We're on Apple Podcasts. We're everywhere, guys. Everywhere, man.
I've been everywhere.
So if you want to find us on our other socials, they are Instagram and Twitter and TikTok. And just type in I Shake My Head and we are there.
We pop up.
We do. And we do have Patreon, which is patreon.com/I shake my head. And for as little as $2 a month, you get the episode early and an extra episode every month. Alrighty, folks. And we also have some cool I Shake My Head swag at ishakemyhead.threadless.com. So if you need something fun for yourself or you want a mug that's got our weird cartoon faces on it, you know where to find it.
Where to find us.
But we also need to mention that our back catalog, guys, is under construction or renovation. So yeah. So just know that only to a certain point can you hear our back catalog. We are working to put it back together as quickly as possible.
Yeah. Won't be long.
Yeah. Won't be long.
Okay. So when I was back home having breakfast with my dear friend Kelly Foster, friend of the podcast, we were sitting in a little diner having some eggs Benny, right? Because why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Old friend from high school came in. You know that I don't pay attention to people, right? I haven't seen people in 30 years. I don't pay attention to people's faces. I don't pay any attention. Conversation, chit chat. He comes into the conversation, Samantha, and he's like, "Hey guys," and I was like, "Huh?" Kind of stunned because I didn't know where I should be placing him, right? I wasn't like, I kind of had an idea. Like I know he's a Facebook friend, but just he's in Montreal, lives in Montreal. So I was not expecting to see him in little town Stayner, but his parents still live there. So he was visiting too. So we got talking just for a few moments because of course it's really awkward, right? And he said to me, "Oh, I knew it was you right away. You haven't changed a bit."
Interesting.
Is that a compliment?
I'm not sure.
Let's unpack this. Right? I think it's a two-parter. I think it's kind of a compliment because I'm sensing I still look great like I did in high school.
Right.
But then there's been 30 years since then.
Right.
It might be different if you spend time with me saying, "Oh my God, you haven't changed at all since then."
Yes.
Like your personality and you're still funny and right? Like Kelly had said, right? Kelly and I hadn't actually met face to face in years. And Kelly's like, "Oh my God, it's just like being right back to where we were 20 years ago." Okay, that's a compliment.
Yes.
That just means we have a great friendship, right? That just picked up where we left off.
Right.
Compliment.
You
haven't changed a bit. Compliment. And I'm only sharing this story because I know I feel certain that he's not a friend of the podcast.
Okay, so from my take, that means you look similar to your high school days.
Right.
Nice. Thank you for noticing.
Right.
But 2, haven't changed a bit can also mean you haven't grown, Lisa, as a person.
Or are you really? Yeah.
So is this what we would like to refer to as a backhanded compliment?
I felt it might be backhanded, right? Because I'd like to think that I'm not like dated in 1985, Lisa, still.
I don't think you are.
Right? I agree. I don't think that my visual looks, I don't think that if somebody would see me that they'd be like, "Who was that again?" I don't think my looks have changed that much.
Drastically.
Right? Like my hair color is still kind of the same. It's still short.
Yes.
Right? The whole bit, right? Maybe the glasses might throw you off. I don't know. But I just thought about it, right? Like I'm like, when you think of that phrase, is that phrase complimentary?
I'm not entirely sure.
Not entirely sure either.
I'm not entirely sure. I think it can be seen in both ways.
Well, I'm going to assume that it's a compliment. But...
Yeah, I think you should assume it's a compliment.
Right? Don't get me wrong. I have skin like 1985. Right? And people have said that I have not wrinkled over the years.
No, you have not, Lisa.
Right? So
you've done well.
I've done well. So far, I'm preserving okay visually. Right? Underneath the surface,
different
story,
right?
different to the naked eye. Right? It's not bad.
Oh
I don't
my
know. I just thought it
God.
was kind of funny. I was thinking about it the other day.
Okay. Well, okay. So you know how we jumped on board of the butter board, right?
We did jump on board of the butter board.
Okay. So, and then all of a sudden we talk about it and I see it everywhere. Shauna Foster's talking about it.
Right.
Like Live with Kelly and Ryan are talking about, everybody's talking about butter
Brilliant
boards.
Observations was talking about it.
Yes, everybody's talking about a butter board. So
Everybody.
I'm like, okay, whatever. But then I came across a peanut butter board.
Oh.
It's a new version of the butter board.
It's a new, because it is just something different.
Yes, because this girl's like, I really want apples and I want to do a board with apple stuff. So then she put peanut butter. She smoothed out peanut butter and hazelnut spread, and then threw like nuts and chocolate chip, and then drizzled honey and chocolate sauce. And then she took the apples and like scooped up the hazelnut spread and the chocolate and the peanut butter with the apple. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting.
That's interesting.
Basically, guys, what I'm saying is, if it's spreadable, stick it on a board.
Stick it on a board, right? Like the next big one for the Boom Baby Bakery is going to be the chicken nugget board.
Oh my God.
Right? And it'll have like an arrangement of sauces spread, like a splattering of barbecue, a splattering of hot mustard.
Oh my God.
And then we'll just give like your said chicken pieces just on the other side, and it'll be the chicken pieces board or something like that.
Well, Lisa, you're still doing meat. People are doing spreads.
Just total spreads, right?
Yes. So you're still on the character board part of
I am still kind of on the character board. I'm still kind of fond of the character
everyone
board.
is sort of on the, if it spreads, put it on a board.
Put it on a board.
Stuff. So really that's like cream cheese. We could do different flavors of cream cheese. Thank you. I've coined it. Don't anybody else.
Better. I'm going to one up it. Let's do icing.
Oh my God.
Let's do icing, and people can bring a naked muffin, a naked cupcake to the table and just pick your spread, pick your icing. Muffin. Right? Bring a naked muffin or a naked cupcake, right?
Oh my God. You could do like little mini cupcakes, and you could do spreadable icings.
Right?
Or pieces of cake.
Pieces of cake, little chunks of cake, cut it up into pieces.
Wouldn't that be delightful? Or brownie. You could do brownies and have brownie toppings.
Yep. You could do all of those things.
Oh my God, Lisa, we're amazing. Did you know that? We are so creative.
We're so creative. Remember on Saturday, I sent you a picture of me eating my original butter board.
That's true. A cracker with some butter.
And a little bit of chili powder.
Oh, you do the chili powder.
I do the chili powder because it's not that bad.
Oh.
It's not that bad.
Interesting.
But, yeah. So I don't know. But you're right. And yet we haven't been labeled influencers. I feel we took the butterboard message and ran with it.
We did. But now I feel like we're elevating it.
We're totally elevating it.
Peanut butter and hazelnut spread. But we could do the chicken nugget board at the Boom Baby Bakery. But then we could also bring on for dessert the icing board.
Oh my God. It's like how they used to just have like fondue restaurants. We'll just have a board. It'll just be called board. Boom Baby Bakery board.
The
boards. Boom Baby Bakery boards. That's what it is. The Boom Baby Bakery board.
Anything you can put on a board, we're going to do it.
We're going to have a big buffet of boards. Make your own board. Make your own board Tuesdays or something.
Make your own board Tuesdays.
Right?
Oh my God.
Pick what you want on a board. I'm pretty sure that used to be called the wooden platter back at a restaurant back home. Right? I'll have a pork chop. I'll have a piece of sausage. Right? And you just made your own, and it was like the wooden platter.
Huh.
Yeah.
Good
Boom
one.
Baby Bakery board.
Good one.
Right. That's what I'll have. What would you like for lunch? The Boom Baby Bakery board, please. Oh yeah, sure.
And which
one?
Board?
A, B, C, or D? Right? Which one? Right? Because there's 4 options.
Oh my God, that would be perfect.
That would be perfect. Would be perfect.
Yum.
Something to think about.
Okay, but you know what? Not perfect in the fall.
Oh, I know.
And it actually started in late summer.
I know what you're gonna. They come every year.
Maple bugs. Ew.
Are they everywhere in the world?
They are literally everywhere in
Like
the
not
world.
just here?
No.
Huh.
They are in my parents' lovely deck that they've covered.
They're everywhere.
Their surround sound deck. And I was just like, I said to Mom, I said, were these here last year? Because I don't remember them being this bad last year.
Oh.
But they are everywhere. It's disgusting.
It's not good. It's not good at all.
You can't kill those things. They're like it's like a cockroach, but it flies.
But they're not dirty.
No, but they're gross.
They're gross.
And if they get into your house and they mate, you'll never get rid of them.
No, they're nasty.
They're disgusting.
They're nasty. I don't know why God gave us those.
You know what? Dear God, why the maple bugs? What is the purpose?
Yeah, why the maple bug, right?
Somebody explain the purpose of a maple bug?
Because if there's a good benefit to it, I'd be interested to know what that might be.
Ugh.
Yeah, guess what I'm not doing? Guess what I'm not doing this fall?
Not putting whipped cream on your hot chocolate?
Other than that, I'm not giving up grapes.
Okay, so you will not put whipped cream on your hot chocolate, but you're going to keep grapes.
I'm keeping grapes.
I
love grapes. Like, I will shout that from the mountaintops. I love grapes.
Okay, so
in the fridge, so good.
Okay, so let me just get this straight.
We have kicked here, a little handful there.
Yes, we have kicked watermelon to the curb, have we?
It's gone.
No more melons of any kind.
Melon's gone.
Okay,
we're in the fall now, Samantha.
You were doing oranges there for a smidge.
I'm gonna wait for Christmas again, right? The Christmas orange. Holding out.
Okay.
Holding out.
So for right now, it is simply the grape.
It's the grape. The green grape.
But is this because they are a close relative of the wine that you enjoy?
I don't know. I don't know, right? Because I don't get the taste. I don't understand that taste. I don't get that connection.
Well, because they're fermented, hey?
Okay, well then that's it. I don't know. I'm just saying, you put a grape in the fridge, and that shit is the bomb.
Put it in the freezer.
I don't want it in the freezer.
And then they get crunchy.
I don't want to try it like that.
They're really good that way.
I just like it how I like it.
Oh, you're so stuck in your ways.
Don't pick it apart.
I'm All right, Lisa. I won't pick it apart.
Don't pick it apart.
Oh
I just love them. A little handful here, handful there. You feel like you're curing your sense of snacking, but you've only had 5 grapes.
Uh-huh.
Perfect.
Okay.
Not giving them up. You know what else I've been wondering? This one, I'm going to explain this because I feel that I'm going to confuse you.
Well, that's usually what happens. So.
Right? So, okay. I was thinking about this the other day. Why do they, so think of a box of cereal, right? Uh-huh. Think of all your branded cereals, right? Uh-huh. They're always very descriptive, right? Like Frosted Flakes, uh-huh. Sugar Crisp, uh-huh. Fruit Loops. You know what they are by their names, right?
Yes. Cheerios.
Why aren't chocolate bars like that? Like O. Henry. You don't know what O. Henry is.
You don't know what a Kit Kat is either.
You don't know what a Jersey Milk is. To me, I'm thinking that's a cow.
Uh-huh. Or a Wonder Bar.
Right. Or a Caramel.
Or an Eat More.
Yeah. Like, why did we name the chocolate bars in a nondescript manner?
Well, because really, would you eat something that says a chewy chocolate caramel
with nuts
probably
not.
No. So they probably too long of a name. Name's right. Too long. So we needed to make it snappy.
Like O. Henry. Oh, curious about that.
Who needs a Kit Kat?
Right. You know? I just think it's odd, right? Because cereal is so like you hear it. Oh yeah, okay. Fruit Loops, I get it, right? Fruit, probably circles.
Yes.
Loops.
Okay, but curiosity, an Arrow bar.
What is that?
Well, how did they get Arrow? Because it has bubbles. It's air, but they spelt it Arrow, AERO.
And to me, that seems like it's spacey, space talk.
It seems weird.
Oh, right. Like who's sitting around saying, let's name this Ferrero Rocher. Because now that shit's a chocolate bar too.
That is a chocolate bar.
Right?
Yeah. Kinder Surprise.
So
Why
I
is
know
it
that.
Kinder Surprise?
Yeah, right. Like it's just kind of weird, hey?
Oh
Like
my God,
Mars,
you're absolutely right.
like a Mars bar.
It's not from Mars.
It's not from Mars.
It's not from Mars.
Not from Mars at all, right?
Huh.
Yeah, like say like the Baby Ruth or like the
Oh
right, like there's
yeah.
just some weird, like the crackle,
Yes, there's Crackle.
right? Like there's just some weird. I just feel that chocolate bars are not descriptive.
Okay, well, we could do this with gum too. Thrills. Why are we calling gum Thrills? And
And
it's
when
that
that's the worst tasting gum.
it is the worst.
I mean, I love it, but they say that's the worst tasting gum.
Big Red. Do you remember Big Red?
I remember Big Red.
Double mint kind of makes sense because it does taste like mint
Juicy fruit. It's neither juicy or fruit.
or fruit. Yeah, but it kind of
Right.
tries to be juicy fruit.
I guess.
Kind of, maybe.
Maybe the-
Dentine, Trident. Why?
Like the bubble gums, I'll give them the bubble gums. Okay?
Yes, because they're
Right.
bubble gum.
Right. Weird, hey?
So strange.
Yeah. It's just one of those weird things I was thinking about.
That's so weird.
Yeah, right?
Okay, but thinking of all the old chocolate bars and gum that I used to chew when I
Yeah.
could chew gum. You know what I don't need? I don't need people to remind me of how old I am. I mean, I don't
did that
mind. I'm
earlier.
glad I'm getting older because,
Yes.
above ground is good. But now we need to know that Beverly Hills 90210 is turning 32.
I saw that and I felt that was a little bit like in your face.
Right?
Like I don't need to know that Brandon Walsh was around 32 years ago.
Brandon Walsh is our age.
Yeah, right? I don't need these people to be our age. I need these people to be in their late teens to early 20s.
Right? And this, because like around this time was probably Melrose Place. Who doesn't remember Melrose Place?
Right. Well, that was
Come
different.
on
That
now.
was, to me, the Melrose Place people were older than us, and it was steamy.
And it was steamy.
It was steamy, right? They were like the big brother of 90210.
They were. Yes.
Huh. But hard to believe that it's 32 years old.
Like every time somebody goes, oh, it's the anniversary of this. And I'm like, oh God, I remember watching that when it came out.
Yes. Right. I remember when the Walshes moved. Right. And Brenda, and they're twins. I don't know. It's just weird.
And they're twins.
It's just weird, right?
Oh my God. I don't know. Like that just seems weird to me.
Seems odd. Things like that make me feel old.
For surezies.
Yeah, right? Like things like that make me feel old.
I already feel old. Like I don't need this in my life.
Yeah, well, you are getting old, so.
Oh, stop it.
Well, it's a fact.
Okay, Lisa, I have something else for you though.
Okay.
Let's talk about if someone said to you, everyone that knows you love, what would people say?
Anne Murray.
Yeah.
The Queen.
The Queen. Anybody who knows you, everyone that knows you, everyone that knows you love the Queen, Anne Murray, hot dogs.
Hot dogs. What else do I love?
Wine.
I love wine. Okay, what about you? Everyone that knows you love
Hallmark Christmas movies.
Hallmark Christmas movies. Coffee.
Halloween. Definitely Halloween.
Pumpkin pie.
Summer.
Right?
I like
a chilada.
I like a chilada. I like my toes free. So that means
Yes.
I like summer weather.
You like summer weather? I like that. What else? And everyone that knows me knows I love icy squares.
For sure. Shortbread.
Right? Shortbread. Love shortbread.
Oh my God. Totally shortbread.
Yeah, I love shortbread so much.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
A good steak.
I love a good steak. I really do love a good steak.
Yeah.
I love, what do I love? If I'm thinking of like the basic foods. I love a good chicken parm.
You do like a good
I
chicken
like a good
parm.
chicken parm, right?
Mm-hmm.
Has all the goodness, right? It's deep fried. Got tomato sauce. I love a tomato sauce, right? And it's got some cheese.
And it's got cheese. That's true. That's
Can't go too
true.
wrong with that. can't go. That's fun, Samantha.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, I like that. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, Lisa, what's making you shake your head this week?
Samantha, I'm still shaking my head at germs on the debit card.
Oh, God.
Right? Friends of the podcast, do you ever stop and wonder how many germs are on your debit card that you never clean? You should. It might make you shake your head. Because between that and the machine and the bank machine and the machine at the till.
Yep.
Ugh.
It's not good, folks.
I bet you it's like a toilet. Although, yet we handle our phones all the time too.
Exactly.
So actually, I think I may have just thrown up a little bit right there. I think I'm shaking my head at germs.
Okay.
Right? And I don't always have a problem with germs, but some germs I think I shake my head at.
Well, this is true. How many times do you wash your hands, Lisa?
I wash them every time I go to the bathroom for sure. And anything else is none of your goddamn business, right? What about you, Samantha? What are you shaking your head at this week?
I'm shaking my head at the fact that I have not yet watched Hocus Pocus 2, even though it has been out since last week and I was anticipating it. And because I was anticipating it, I have decided that it's not going to live up to the hype. So I haven't watched it yet because I don't want to be disappointed.
Oh, no.
Shut
You have not watched Hocus Pocus 2?
I know. It's such a letdown, right? I've let people down.
I would not have thought that.
Yes, because this is my season, right? Like I love a good Halloween Hocus Pocus.
What, is it on the Netflix or is it at the movie theater?
No, it's at the Disney.
Oh, at the Disney.
It's
you
Disney.
have Disney?
I have Disney Plus through John.
Oh, you probably shouldn't say that.
Nope, probably not. But there it is.
There it is. Good.
Yeah, so I haven't watched it yet. I watched the first one again.
Uh-huh.
Amok. Oh my God, I love it. So
I know, I haven't watched it.
Oh my God. Well, you're never going to because you don't watch movies. The only thing you watch is a serial killer. Like, let's be honest.
Apparently, I'm all about that right now.
Oh God. You really, it's funny that you don't like horror movies or anything
like
like
a horror
that.
Movie, no.
Because they're so relatable to a serial
Too much blood. Right? Remember, I don't always want to see the crime committed.
That's true.
Right? I'm fine with knowing about it and learning about it and hearing about it.
Okay.
I don't need to see it.
So well, I guess
hopefully maybe you'll watch it this weekend.
Maybe I'm gonna gear up to it. I think I'm just gonna do it and just hope I'm not disappointed.
Right. And if you are, it's a sequel. You probably will be. So just start being okay with
No,
that.
don't, because I love Bette Midler.
Well, I'm not saying she's gonna be horrible. It just might not live up to the hype. Remember Top Gun? Exact same movie. Only instead of volleyball, they played football. Only difference. Only friggin' difference. And a different girl. That's the only difference. Exact same movie. Instead of volleyball, they played football.
God. All right, Lisa.
I'm just saying, right? Be okay with it. Doesn't mean you don't have to not like it. You can still like it. All right, Samantha? That's my job as your best friend. Just put it out there for you. Right? Are you going to be disappointed? Yeah, you will be.
For those people who haven't yet watched Maverick, she just ruined it for you.
Sorry. You should have watched it by now.
Yeah, and who's a pick-aparter?
Yeah, I'm judging you. You're picking apart.
No, you're picking apart the movie.
I just summed it up. I just gave it the
You
brief.
summed it up. Nice rephrasing, Lisa.
That's all. I just summed it up for people. That's all I did, Samantha.
Oh, okay, guys. We want your feedback on what we talk about. So send your comments to ishakemyhead or ismhead@gmail.com. You might find us mentioning what you tell us during our episode. So you can direct message us on Facebook and Instagram as well, because I know that some of you guys have done that before. So you can keep doing that. And yeah, so help us out. That would be great.
Yes. Stay in touch. Stay in touch, friends.
We want to say thank you to John Domingo. He's the best kept secret in podcasting.
He really is.
He really is.
He really is. I'm not laughing at his abilities. I'm laughing at how you say it.
I know. Right? Every time.
Because it sounds so like, you're the next contestant on The Price is Right. Come on down. John Domingo, the next best thing since sliced bread.
Oh, stop it.
Right? That's what I'm laughing at.
I
maybe am a pick-aparter too.
You
I think we have cross tendencies. I think we cross over.
Yes, because it's too many years being around each other.
I think so, right? I think so.
All right, Lisa.
Samantha, another week is done.
Another week.
Another week. You know what I want the most? I want all of our people to hit download.
Subscribe.
And subscribe.
Right.
That's what I want.
Yes.
Right?
Listen. Tell your people to listen. Tell your people to jump on the train of fun.
Right? You just put us in your ears. Doesn't matter if it takes all week to get through the whole episode. You just listen to it as you go about your day.
We're really good. I guess we're really good when people are cleaning their house.
I heard we're good in bed, actually.
I heard that too.
Right? We're good to fall asleep too.
Well, that's good.
Right? Nothing wrong
I don't know.
with that.
Is that good? I'm not sure.
I don't know. I sometimes listen to it and fall asleep too. And I'm like, oh my goodness, that's maybe not good.
Well, no, because that just means the dulcet tones of your own voice put you to bed.
Right? Exactly. So I love the fact that I think, was it Carol asked where everybody listened to the podcast?
Yes.
I love that. I thought that was awesome.
That was awesome.
So okay. I think that's it for me. Okay. Good for you?
Yeah, good for me.
All right, friends of the podcast, have a great week. Samantha?
Uh-huh.
Always a pleasure.
It should be.
Who's a pretty girl? I'm a pretty girl.